then, lo and behold, I become pregnant. So I'm in control because the moment I found out I was pregnant, I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, I stopped snoring, I stopped doing all the things. Every single thing. I stopped. Like at that moment.
Can I ask,
Until
can I ask you a question about that? Because I hear this all the time from, in all the podcasts that I've listened to, accounts of women's stories who've become pregnant. They most of the time they're stopping during pregnancy, turning it off, similar to like how you did.
it's
What is that? What is
bizarre.
that
It's
phenomenon?
weird.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Well, no, hold on. You do it for a certain amount of time. It doesn't stay off.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can, you know, it stayed off, and then I breastfed for 2.5 months, and I pumped as much as I could and froze as much as I could. And literally, when I knew that I wasn't going to breastfeed the next day, I had a line of cocaine right there and a glass of wine, literally right there. The last feeding
Hmm.
and the last pump, I put it in the freezer and leaned over and snorted a line of cocaine. Once I knew that it wasn't going to affect that kid,
Yeah.
well, I thought it wasn't going to affect my child. Then I mean, I could not believe how I obsessed about that for months,
Mm.
months obsessed about it. Planned when I was going to stop because I knew I was going back in the studio, so I wouldn't be able to breastfeed. Blah 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 blah. And literally 2.5 months after I had Lawrence, I was back to the races. And all the cravings and everything was worse than when I stopped before I eat. Yeah. But in my brain, because your brain is out to kill you, by the way,
Yeah.
it literally was like, but you're in control. You still have your job, you still have your husband, you have a son, you're successful.
Yep.
But now I'm 38.
Mm.
I'm 38 years old. My body hurts. Um, it's harder to get up after 2 in the morning. Okay, so the thing is, let's tell you the schedule. Uh, my ex-husband was a jazz saxophonist, so he's playing until 2 in the morning. So I'm putting Lawrence down at 6:30 or 7, and I'm off to the races until about 1:15, where I gotta clean up all the whatever, who knows what I've done.
Yeah.
Right, I gotta put the whole life back together and pretend like I'm asleep when I'm wide awake.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just chaos.
I mean, and just it sounds like an extreme amount of mental and physical energy poured in to trying to like re-cement this foundation that you've this
Every night,
yeah.
every night.
Wow.
It was like Groundhog Day, crazy.
I appreciate you guys listening to the Stacking Days podcast. I hope this episode added value to your recovery and wellness journey. Before we go our separate ways, let's connect on social. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at Stacking Days or via the website www.stackingdays.com. By supporting the show, you can play a direct role in amplifying people of color in their pursuit of recovery. The easiest way to do that is to subscribe or hit the follow button. This way, you'll never miss an episode, all while playing an active part in creating the ecosystem where diverse voices and healing matter. This show is for the purpose of education and connection and is not a replacement for therapy or recovery care. For more information on the resources and support available, take a look at SAMHSA and some other resources shared in the description. Until we meet again, be well, one day at a time.